Hello. What if you were a movie star? Could you choose a good movie? We all rag on how a lot of these A-list movie stars, like, why did they make this terrible movie? Well, let's see if you can choose. Let's take this thought experiment and see. So close your eyes. You're a movie star. You've been a television star and you've made a few films which have been huge box office successes. And while you're not fixed as an A-list movie star just yet, you've just entered the A-list. But let's say it's not certain that you're going to stay there. So you're feeling a bit antsy. Ooh, okay. So I'll be your agent. Hello, you. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. We've got two offers on the table for you, both from major movie studios. Let's take a look at both offers and let's see what you think. So the first option, this is a movie which was developed by an important producer. It's attached. Another movie star is attached, so you won't have to shoulder the burden of the box office by yourself. And we've also got another rising star who's attached to this project. So that's a couple of the strengths. The director that's attached is the same director who brought your biggest movie hit to date, who made you a movie star. And they've offered you the lead in this film. One downside, it is in a genre which hasn't had many hits of late, but used to be a huge, huge, huge genre. So there are still fans, and it's based on a TV show which was extremely popular. So we're hoping to get both the nostalgia aspect and so they can bring their kids. And so it's basically what I'm saying, it's a sure thing. So, but don't hold your horses. We've got another option. This is option 2. Now, this option, these directors have made one low-budget indie film, which was well received. Wasn't a big hit, but it was profitable. And they've written some big action hits in the past. But this is their first big budget film. Now, it's a really exciting script. Everybody loves it. The downside is it's in a genre that has never been profitable. There have been, let's say one time there was a profitable hit from this genre, but there are many cult classics. So this could be a film that will have a long shelf life. But it may not solidify you in the A-list. Okay. Which do you choose? I wonder how many people realize the two films I'm talking about. I'm actually talking about a very, very real choice that someone had to make. Which did you choose, option 1 or option 2? I think most of us would have chosen option 1, right? Because it's a pretty surefire hit. Plus, there are other stars, whereas the second option, basically, you're the star. You're going to shoulder the burden of the box office success. So TikTok. Okay. Big reveal, if you haven't guessed already, this was probably around 1998, 97, 98, that Will Smith had to make this very decision. And the two films were the infamous dud, Wild Wild West, which was the surefire hit. Has Kevin Kline, Salma Hayek, and Kenneth Branagh. Surrounded by stars. Present, past, and future stars. And it was based on a TV show that everybody loved from the 70s. But it's one of the films that I would consider one of the worst films I've ever watched. But anyway, it made a good conversation piece. And the other one was The Matrix, which the Wachowskis, they'd written or co-written Assassins with what's his name? Sly Stallone and Bridget Fonda, I think, or Sandra Bullock. Anyway, they'd written some big action hits, and they'd also done a small indie film called Bound, which Warner Brothers gave them as a kind of test. Like, if you've never directed anything before, let's test you with this one before we see if you can do The Matrix. And now at the point that The Matrix had been, greenlit, Cyberpunk, well, I mean, there's Blade Runner, which is a huge, has a huge long shelf life, big cult classic. And then there's Total Recall, which was a genuine box office smash. And then, well, yeah. And most recently, Johnny Mnemonic, which was a huge dud. So how are you supposed to know? Sometimes the safest option is the riskiest option. So, and as anyone who's made a film knows, if you've got a good scripts can turn into really bad films. Just look at the body of evidence with Madonna. So don't rag on Will Smith too much. Let's give him a bit of grace. Sometimes these really big turds of films can seem like the safe option when they're being produced. All right. Peace out. Let me know if you'd like any more of these sort of thought experiments. Like, comment, subscribe. Just do your best, darling.